Welcome back to Lunch Break. I'm Kelly Grant. It's a tough balance for designers to be both daring and wearable, but one label, Chicago-based Creatures of the Wind, seems to have caught Fashion Insider's attention for doing just that. We have Christina Binkley joining us via Skype from Los Angeles. Now, Christina, tell me a little bit about what makes this label so interesting and attractive to the Fashion Insiders.
Well, you know, it's interesting that there's a push me, pull me always between people who do fashion all day and all night and the rest of the public who want clothes to wear that look nice. And of course, when you spend your life watching fashion and wearing fashion and thinking about it, you tend to be a little bit more daring. You get bored with the same old, same old. But those of us who go to an office every day may want to just have something that looks nice, it's not going to embarrass us, that flatters our figure, whatever. And so if designers get caught in a push me, pull me. They need to attract, of course, the fashion retailers and the magazine editors who may get bored with the same old, but they also have to sell their clothes to the public that wants things that are flattering. And so we've got a design brand here, Creatures of the Wind. It's designed by two young guys who are partners in life as well as partners in work. They think almost as one person, and they have an idea that they can do both at the same time. And so far, I've been doing a really good job of it.
I know I heard their first runway show is actually tomorrow. What can we expect to see from them in this collection?
Well, I've had a sneak preview of it, and you know, again, it's very interesting clothes. I think that the fashion groups are probably going to again receive this collection very well. They've won a bunch of awards in the past and are really seen as rising stars in fashion. There are some things about the collection that might set some people back on their heels a little bit, consumers. You know, it's not, as one person told me, it's not a Kim Kardashian collection. This isn't super sexy clothing. It's powerful clothing made of extraordinary fabrics in a very couture way. These designers make their designs first in muslin, the way the old couture houses did, so they can see how it works in a less expensive fabric. Then they make a sample, which is what you see on the runway. But you see a lot of sort of patchwork, mix and match pieces of fabric in one jacket, for instance.
And I understand that brings the price down as well.
Their closing look is a long pleated skirt that's absolutely stunning, using a very bright, complex fabric, and these are clothes that would get somebody noticed when they walk in a room.
And I saw in your article you mentioned that in some cases they're actually able to reduce the price because of that patchwork look.
Yeah, that's actually very practical. In one case, there's a jacket that's in their collection this season. They walked into a fabric show in Los Angeles, actually, and discovered a fantastic fabric that's made by a factory that used to manufacture for Chanel. It's this beautiful French, very intricate silk. And they wanted to use it. It cost more than $300 a yard, and they simply couldn't afford. If they were to make a dress, for instance, a dress uses about 3 yards of fabric, so you've got $900 worth of fabric cost alone in a dress. You can imagine what the eventual price on that dress would be. 3 people would be able to afford it. So what they did is they took smaller pieces of the fabric, and they've actually used it in a jacket and some other clothing in a way that it's sort of it's very eye-catching where the fabric is, and the rest of the jacket is a much less expensive but very fine Japanese cotton.
Well, that sounds excellent, and we'll look for that on the runway tomorrow, and we'll read more about that in the paper today. Thank you for joining us.